Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play OpenRCT Tycoon 2. We go from the wintry wonderland escapes to the so-called beautiful mountains of Lightning Peaks, where the only things in the park are two chairlifts. That's it. And we have to turn this park into a park that can sustain 900 guests in the park by the end of October year 3, with the usual parking requirement. We have now entered the expert park section of the season, which means we are getting near the end. But will the game let us through without a fight? Of course not. It's the expert parks for a reason. In this park, we have the two chairlifts. Lifts, as we mentioned before, are the gentle rides, which there's a pretty good variety of them. A pretty good variety of coasters. There's the twist, a boat hire, which is kind of redundant, and a paltry amount of stalls. That doesn't even include, you guessed it, the freaking information kiosk. Let us begin. First thing I want to do, get rid of the stupid chairlift. At least get rid of one of them. So that way we have room to put down the information kiosk later. Which, speaking of, we might as well just make sure that the game just only researches that until we get the kiosk. Didn't put down some of the more normal stalls and stuff. And now we can actually start doing things. I don't know why I build queue lines so weirdly. Okay, I have a hell of a job ahead of me. Someone's being pedantic tonight. Okay, this is gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass. Just about as much of a pain in the ass as the rain. And of course we're out of cash. Great. At least thankfully our soft guest caps are already recorded right there. It's just a case of just hoping that guests show up. So we just need guests to start spending. This is going to be a problem. At least the good news is the information kiosk gets researched immediately, so at least we don't have to deal with waiting for that for ages. Good thing too. Ah, goddammit, we're in the red. This is gonna be a problem. Unless we raise enough money to complete the X path, but this is gonna be a problem. Well, at least the information kiosk is researched, but now the main problem is how the hell do we get the money for it? Especially since we're slammed up against any sort of we're just slammed up against debt. And here comes the rain again. I'm sorry game, but what the hell do you want me to do about that? Oh, but of course. Really? Well, the only good news is we are in line. The bad news is it's going to be annoying as hell. And we're back on that again. Screw it. Sell the fucking chairlifts. It's not like they're doing anything good. It's not like they were going to be doing anything good for us anyway. Meanwhile, we might as well just shut down the main pathways because there's not gonna be much mountain climbing to see here anymore. Oh, come on. Really? We're doing this shit? I'll take that thunder strike to say, yes, we are already doing this shit. Great. Just great. Ay vey. Did I forget to mention the fact that we're not even that close to the goal? You wanna leave the park so badly? There. You wanna leave the park so badly? I just helped you out. There. Now we actually have something to work with. That's what I would say if it was for the fact that this is still borderline ridiculous. I don't know why the lighting decided to change so much there, but okay. Come on, move your tush. You want to go home so badly? Let me help you out. That guest's name is Fuzz? Are you serious right now? You hungry? Let me put you right next to a freaking food stall then. There. That's much better. Much better control. Before we go broke again. There. Information kiosk for all. I suppose comes the real question. How the hell are we supposed to get through this? With stagnating gas cap. Lovely. Really? More rain? Are we seriously doing this shit? Oh boy. This is gonna probably take a while. And I hate admitting that. We have no choice but to just try to save up capital and just try to at least try to get closer to being on a decent financial base. Why the hell did I do that? Guess that works? I guess? I don't know. Oh boy, this is gonna be another case where I'm gonna build the part too small for no reason, isn't it? And we're not even halfway to the guest count that we need. Oh boy. Even the classic mini coasters cost a good couple grand. Really? The mini suspended coaster? One of the worst coaster types in the game? Is this a sick joke to you, game? Allegedly, yes, it is. Yeah, I guess putting it on completely flat ground would help. And it's still not close. Right. There, at least that way our paths are more or less connected. Okay, so now that we're taking care of that, now we can move things even further. If we're just striking things out a lot. Now it's just a case of just waiting for the guests to mosey their butt down the mountainsides. And now there's more rain. This feels like some kind of sick joke that the game is trying to play on me, and I don't quite know why. The only good news is we managed to at least fix the financial side of things. At least for right now. There. Of course, now we're just slammed up against the gas cap. At least now we're in a bit of a better situation. Emphasis on a bit. Call it weird if you want, but this is the only way we can really get a boat higher in the map. There we go, that's much more like it. Maybe unorthodox, but if it works, it works. That's all I can really say. Are you serious right now? Well, at least we connected the paths on there, so it's not like it's a completely disorganized mess. But we are going to be cannons. Yes, heaven forbid. And yeah, we are just struggling for some discount. And I mean struggling. Okay. I don't know if you caught that on the footage or not, but for some reason, that thing's got all blue wobbly there. That affects the video. I do apologize, but in fairness, even I didn't know what was going on. I hope that didn't show up in footage, because if it did show up in footage, I am going to be upset. At least now we can set up a pirate ship next to the boat hire, so there's at least that much. And yeah, we're still slamming this discount. Great. Just... ugh. Well, mouse gets unlocked. Yeah, we're in August and we're not much better off in terms of finances. Great. Just great. This is a problem. Let's speed up all the way until mid-August to finally get the money. And don't you know it, it's also raining. There we go. Now we can actually do some things. And get the soft gas count back up as well. Because remember, our objective is to get 900 guests by the end of the year free, and yet we're almost at the end of year 1, and we're still struggling. Oh boy. Of course, we have to wait for more money. And of course, I joined back in the middle of a fucking thunderstorm. Of course. Of course. I'm not even upset. I'm just bewildered by this game's an excuse for comedic timing. Just, I wouldn't say this is like a Rage Edition video. I would just say it's more mild annoyance than anything. But at least now the park is starting to turn a pretty healthy amount of money profits. We're getting somewhere, I guess. At least the good news is now we can actually, like, there's one thing that we can do to make our lives a lot easier. Advertising. can't afford all advertising quite yet, but this should help out a ton. Because we're close enough to the objective that I think we could just advertise our way out of this mess. I think we can double the price while we're at it, so that way the half price doesn't hurt us too badly. Now it's just a case of just holding money until we can do the in general park advertising. I suppose like just free is worse. Because you can still spend your money elsewhere. And now we're up to 700 gas, so we're finally starting to get somewhere. And that we should be good on advertisements for the rest of the scenario. This was only long because of financial trouble. And the fact that for some reason I decided to build my park out wide instead of, you know, use the mountains more effectively. But whatever. Now we wait. Again. Now we're at 800 guests. October, at least finally managed to get something out of this. Is there a gap? No, there's not. At least building the queue line is a lot easier. There we go. That's better. I think 900 guests arrives pretty quickly into October. So that, my friends, is Lightning Peaks. A park that had potential, but wound up just being a slog because of financial issues, and the fact that for some forsaken reason I decided to build the park out wide instead of using more of the park. It's basically like Mothball Mountain, except in this case it's not quite so compact. Still has the same sort of budgetary issues though that I caused upon myself for some reason. In any case, that concludes today's video. Oh, thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to. Comment down below if you have something on your mind. And I will see you all in the next video. Ciao!